one and only beautiful fiance.
Hello.
Sophie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
How you feeling today?
I'm doing okay.
Second episode.
I know I've been reading a lot of comments and I feel a little bit proud to say that our YouTube release of our first episode had the most comments.
It did.
So I said, well, they're loving it. Let's continue and get on with the show.
So here we are with round 2 of our series called Rebel Hearts. Like she said, yeah, lots of great feedback from everybody else. So out there in the social media world, we're going to hit some topics today on some things that you, the viewers, have made some comments on, and we really want this episode to be interactive. So in the future, you guys want to make some comments and some things that work for you when we talk about certain topics. We really like the feedback with the viewers, and we really want to keep it interactive. I know that relationships for people nowadays is it's a struggle. And we've gone through some of the biggest hurdles I think a relationship can go through. But at the same time, we're still normal people. Everybody sees the relationship building on social media. We still have our issues. We still have our
I have an issue I want to bring up.
Of course you do. What's your issue?
I don't like the name Rebel Hearts and you chose it.
I like it because when you look at our relationship, it's kind of a rebellious relationship.
Yeah.
You coming from where you came from in your relationship to me to where I came from in my relationship, plus the persona that I carry with the Canadian rebel.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why I thought that would be a kind of more of a provocative.
We had a little focus group going around in the background with ideas on what to name the show, and man, did we must have gone through 45. And Pat didn't like any of them, and he really stuck to Rebel Hearts. And you know, I had to say, whatever, you get it. You call it what you want.
Well, and that's where we go. And I am kind of a Star Wars geek, and I like the rebellion. I'm also the rebel of Canada when it comes to.
Are you ever?
Some of the things that
it's kind of hot
we've had in our lives. So, but coming back to some normalcy, I think keeping that persona of, you know, the rebel still, albeit love and affection and relationships and stuff, we can still be rebellious in a relationship. It just,
for sure.
Just means that you got to look at it from a different point, a different perception of it all.
So the last time we filmed was, I think it was before May, like April, May. Could it be?
It was May, yeah, because I had just got off house arrest and flew out here.
I was gonna say, so he had just come off of a house arrest. He had gained a little weight during house arrest, 3 months, not able to even go out onto the street off of his porch. So. I mean, he gained a little weight. He was pasty white, and then he released an episode this week with Mario Zalea.
Yeah.
And I mean, the guy's tanned. He lost weight, and then we looked at the comments. There was one guy. He goes, "Easy, Pat."
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Real Pat King Show. And boy, do I have an offer for you. Are you looking for an online casino to play in Canada? Look no further. PlayNumbersGame has been in operation for nearly 7 years, and it's now one of the fastest growing online casinos in the country. Why are so many people signing up, you ask? They have daily giveaways right on the site, reward points for every dollar you wager, fast and easy withdrawals, simple sports betting with some of the best odds out there, VIP treatment for every player, no exceptions. And here's the big bonus. Everyone who signs up using my link is automatically entered into a $250 draw every Friday at noon. Ready to test your luck? Sign up now at PlayNumbersGame and see why everyone's talking about it. And ladies and gentlemen, do I have another offer for you? If you use my promo code PATKING and deposit $10, it'll give you automatically 100 free spins. Don't forget, promo code PATKING. Hope to see you there.
I've been following you for a long time. You need to lay off of the filters. And I laughed out loud, man. I go, filters? We actually have our editor here right now. Santiago, did you add anything to his face to make him look so freaking gorgeous?
That doesn't use
Thank you.
So there you go. You've heard it right from the producer, right from the editors. There are no filters, guys. This is me, all me.
And something else happened since we filmed our last episode.
What happened? Oh, yeah, we got engaged. So, like I said, my wonderful fiance, ladies and gentlemen, I popped the question, and definitely she said yes. So here we are, moving on into the future with our relationship.
That's right.
So in moving forward,
Yeah.
when we talk about our relationship and we talk about our experiences, we try to want to relate it to the audience as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, albeit everybody gets to see our relationship grow and prosper, what would you say, besides our issues we went through long distance relationship for a year, we've gone through exes, exactly, yours as well, mine as well. We've gone through pretty serious court procedures with, like the stress that went through all of that.
That was horrible.
Got through it with flying colors, though.
We're
still here. And now here we are. I've actually moved, as a lot of people know. I've moved from Alberta to Quebec. That in itself creates its own issues, but at the same time, it's for love, for the future, for things like that. What would you suggest? What would your suggestion be for people who are in the same kind of situation? Do you think it's a go, no-go type of zone? Like long-distance relationships, as I did some research on it, 60%, and I was kind of surprised at the percentage, 60% of long-distance relationships end in marriage. 60%.
What?
Yeah, and I did I used the Google machine, I hit it, and they said, I did not know that stat was that high. I thought it was a lot lower.
I'm following a girl in Quebec right now. She went on a trip to Domarep or something, Dominican Republic, and she met a Texan guy there. And they are now in a long-distance relationship, and she's doing content on that and how it's working out. No one has moved yet. They've only been together for about a year, she said. I love following the story because I've lived it, and I want to see where it takes them. Yeah. And she's open to moving to Texas. I mean, who wouldn't be?
I'd be there.
Especially our watchers. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Right? So what do you think, what's your question?
What were some of the hurdles that we had to go through that you would suggest people to help them if they are in that situation under a long distance relationship, stressful, all of that? What worked best for you?
I'm going to be super cheesy here. There weren't any hurdles because you did everything in your power for there to not be hurdles. So if you're going through this, I would suggest that you make sure that FaceTime is very prevalent in your relationship, because if there's those gaps in your conversation or not knowing where you are, it creates doubt. And, cheating is a big issue for people in long distance relationships because you're not there to see what's going on. I never once questioned where you were because you've always made it very clear, and not only by telling me, but by showing me. So I remember one time when you guys were planning the concert. Okay. You were at a big meeting with everybody and you were gone for maybe like 3 hours. Remember, you were showing me like the plane and the cars, right? Yep. And he takes pictures and he sends them to me of what he's doing. So it really takes away any doubt. What would you say is something that I could have done or that helps, or what?
Well, I think the biggest thing that helped was the patience and understanding that, albeit you're not a very patient person. When you want something, you want it now. And we went through that. Like, I can't stand being away from you. I want you here with me right now. But the patience of knowing that the end of the whole thing will become more, I guess, more beautiful, more loving, more nurturing when you're finally with each other. But having the patience and not rushing it and being like, okay, like if you don't come now, it's over, and a lot of people would be like,
oh, I see what
they're
saying.
Like, okay, I can't do this. You've said it, right? I can't do this long distance relationship anymore. You were even saying the FaceTimes I'm getting tired of having to stare at you through a camera all the time, right? So, and that will happen. So to the viewer, if you're in this situation, understand that you need that patience involved to understand if it's worth it, it's going to come, it's going to happen. But it's going to take work, a lot of communication, which is funny because we did a little funny thing here. I wanted to kind of do a spontaneous topic episode today where we just pick a topic and we bring it up. And when I say communication, One of them is communication on my list.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So one down already.
One down already.
Oh, I
So
see.
communication in a long distance relationship is a must. Would you agree?
Do you think that I made you feel comfortable about my whereabouts and being, very clear?
100%.
Yeah, you never got an inkling like I don't feel comfortable right now. I haven't heard from her in a while.
No.
Yeah.
And even if I didn't hear from you for a while, I trust the plan that the man upstairs has for us.
Mm-hmm.
So I trusted in the plan.
You've always said, and you always say this on your lives and stuff, if somebody's going to cheat, they're going to do it anyways.
100%.
So you don't really freak out too much about it or over hover. You don't hover and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because in a lot of situations, ladies and gentlemen, as we know, if somebody wants to do something, they're going to do it. You're not going to tell them no. As much as people out there in the social media swipe left generation, window shopping for relationships is what I call it. So the aspect or the possibilities of cheating is a lot higher now than when we grew up.
Absolutely.
So
it's more accessible.
Yeah, the throwaway relationships, I call them, the throwaway relationships, the swipe left relationships, window shopping for relationships. You got to always keep that eye. You got to keep involved in the relationship, especially when it's a long distance relationship. And when it comes down to it, if they're going to do that, if they're going to veer off in the relationship, there's going to be signs. You're going to know. There's going to be absolute tells within their behavior. And at that point, you'll know when they do it. But you'll never be able to stop them. I can guarantee it. If somebody is going to cheat, they're going to cheat. No matter how.
Don't make yourself crazy. Don't go through their phone looking for the hints. If you have that inkling inside of you that it's happening, listen to that voice. Maybe you need the confirmation to know for sure.
Yeah.
Are you going to leave when you get that confirmation? That's another thing too.
I've learned that when somebody is constantly accusing you of cheating, that they're always the ones that were cheating.
Because they don't trust their own behavior because they know what they do in the background. Absolutely.
And it's a form of projection. Even if they haven't cheated, they've done it in the past and they know the behaviors in the past. So they're consistently on you all the time, right? Of saying, oh, who are you talking to? Who are you with? That's a telltale sign that they're doing that. Because if you're not doing anything wrong and you're in the relationship and you're okay with it and everything's fine and what they're saying is out to left field, I find that is a form of projection.
Absolutely.
Right?
And also, imagine you're absolutely not cheating. You're doing everything you can and this person is constantly accusing you. I would say that relationship is done.
I found out an example of it as somebody decided that they were going to constantly accuse, even though I have friends and people that I talk to, and even when showing the conversation that supposedly you're cheating with this person, it even says, hey, I heard your dad passed away. I'm so sorry. You ever want to grab a coffee? Let's grab a coffee, right? And then this person actually met them. But then when they're talking about it, you find out after the relationship dissolved that they had been talking to their exes the whole time, that they even went and asked for money from them several times. Their exes come out and say, hey, you know what? I just want you to know that, they were talking to me the whole time.
I just want to make it
It's
clear
keeping that roster, right?
That relationship you're talking about was not in a good place.
No.
And you offering to somebody else to go out for coffee, that wouldn't fly in our relationship.
Okay.
Even if there's somebody died.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know that you were already out, everything was out, it wasn't there, right? But we've already talked about our boundaries and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Clearly. And I know that wouldn't fly for us, right?
But okay,
you know my guy friends. You're even friends with my guy friends.
Exactly. So if you have guy friends, am I not allowed to have girlfriends?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so
you
then
have look at Fringy and stuff like that. You talk to Lara.
Yeah, but these are people that we know both together, right?
But they're not. I wouldn't go out with them alone necessarily. It's more because through you, right? So yeah, you have girlfriends.
Okay, so if your guy friend asked you, hey, you want to go out for a coffee? I'm not really going. Things are tough in my relationship and I really need to talk to you.
Yeah.
Talk to somebody.
Yeah.
And you said, yeah, I'd come and talk to you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel a problem with that.
Wouldn't they just come over? Like, I'm looking at my relationships with my guy friends. Like, it wouldn't be like, let's go out for a coffee, just the two of us. Like, come over.
Once again, this is going on the topic, ladies and gentlemen, of you can't stop them from cheating. Okay, so if you're gonna be overprotective and you're gonna be constantly on guard, that you can't even go and have a conversation with a friend, that you think that there's always gonna be something, then I think that trust is built in those exact situations. That, hey, you know what, I can trust you to go have a coffee with your friend. I trust you. You have my full God's honest trust. Mm-hmm. So when you say that wouldn't fly with me, what is it? What is it that you know that I don't know? Because you know that our trust is built. We're good. I would never cheat on you. And if you're going to cheat, you're not going to be able to stop it anyway.
Yeah, it would depend what the person is, if I know of this person. If this person comes out of the blue and that's a friend, we've always been a friend, but I've never heard of her, that doesn't fly. But if it's a girlfriend, let's say, I'm using Fringy again as an example. Sorry, Ashley.
Sorry, Ash.
But like, if she calls you and she says, Pat, I really need to talk to you. Yeah, go ahead. Like, I trust that. But a girl I've never heard of, that's never been over, that we never hung out, then I'm gonna ask questions.
What if you've met that person? You've met that person on a few occasions. Not in a friendship way or anything, but you've been introduced to them. You know who they are.
Yeah. I would be okay with it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can get that boundary, and I'll agree if that's how you felt. Absolutely. But when it was instantly implicated as you're cheating, so now it's implicated you're cheating on me with that person,
and nothing even happened yet.
Never. Not a freaking chance. You hadn't
even gone to that point. You didn't even go for the coffee. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's where you draw the line. That's where I draw the line. It's like, whoa.
Accusatory all the time. And
always accusatory. Always. And then, hindsight's 20/20. We'll get off that. I just wanted to bring that up because I think, for me, it's healthy in a relationship to have other friends of the opposite sex to get a different point of view from these people on what can help in your relationship. That's why I'm saying it. So for you, for example, with your friends that are guys, you can be like, hey, what the hell are you guys thinking when this is happening? Like, I need to know a guy's point of view.
Yeah.
And for a guy, it's like, hey, the girl's really on me right now. Why is it like this? Or, somebody to talk to.
You're right, because I call Carmelo all the time to say something that's happening with another person that I have to deal with. And I'd be like, does this make any sense to you? Like, why is he acting like this? And then he's like, oh no, Sophie, you're 100% right. And I'm like, thank you. And I get that man's point of view, with somebody that knows the other person I'm trying to talk about.
And when you have, and going back to it now, communication, when you have that communication within your relationship and the communication is good and it's flowing good and there's no questioning, I think there should be absolutely no guards up when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that somebody who has been cheated on in the past, you would be a little bit more comprehensive of not doing the things that would make them feel uncomfortable? Or do you want to stay 100% yourself and it's like, okay, leave your past aside? And it's not my situation. I'm just saying.
We know my answer to that. I have been cheated on. Okay. And once again, come back to, if you're going to cheat, you're going to cheat.
He has not brought that into our relationship. He does not look through my phone. He has my passwords. He does not. I leave my phone. Okay, look, you guys, it's open because I have my topics. I leave my phone like this next to him open all the time. Admit?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll go to the bathroom. My phone's open next to you.
Yep.
He doesn't go through it because he trusts me and I've never given him that inkling and he hasn't done that in return. Yep. So he doesn't bring that into our relationship, that past.
Yeah. And for me as well, I hand her my phone. Here's it is. Go do some work on my phone. Get some pictures off. Go in there all you want. My phone is always open. I would never hide anything.
Well, this is not on my topic list, but also, is there a red flag if your partner's phone is locked and you don't have the password?
100%.
100%.
Now, in my situation, I have a lot of confidential stuff on there, but my passwords.
Yeah.
Right. So if you wanted to get in, you could get in my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you right now.
And ladies and gentlemen,
they're hiding something.
She has all the passwords to my social medias as well.
Everything.
She can go in to see everything I need to see. And that was never even a question here. You know, it was like, here, go do this, go do that. Look at whatever you want.
I don't even need the passwords. I'm fully logged in. Like, this is my Facebook. I just need to do switch account, and I'm logged into, like, I have full access to his full page that has, like, over
and
a
my
250,000
TikToks
followers.
and all of it. Yeah.
That's trust.
Yeah, that is, yeah. 100%. But
Okay.
So we touched that topic, but for me, when it comes to situations like that, I feel for the viewing audience, we have to let go of that concern or that fear that person is going to run off and cheat, because I notice it'll actually dictate the way a relationship is like how it progresses. If you're constantly accusing them, it's not going to last. You know, if you're constantly on guard all the time, it changes your behavior. It changes your attitude towards each other.
True. When
you're always on edge thinking that, it's the behavior between the relationship, between the two people is going to be.
It's always on edge.
Always on edge. Yeah.
I have my comment I want to bring up. Okay. So my thing is, what in a woman gives you the ick? So the ick, you guys, I'm going to leave you time to think about it. The ick is a new term. You could be completely in love with someone, very attracted, and they do this one thing, and then you get the ick, and you go, and you get completely turned off. What is your ick?
I'm still thinking. I don't even. I guess my biggest ick for that is, in a lot of ways, aggressive, controlling behavior. If you are aggressive, controlling, and just not even open to suggestion, and it's just your way or no way. Like, we all know those boss women, you know, I'm the boss, I don't need no man. Yeah, ick. That's an ick to me. I like a woman who can understand, you can make suggestions to them, and you're not going to be like, oh, God, no.
Somebody who's more malleable. But, you know, the ick is more something fun and playful. So something really, really silly, as if she wears.
It doesn't sound fun and playful. It sounds ick.
Exactly. But like
brother,
the whole point of ick is if it's something silly that people are going to be like, you broke up with him for that?
Right.
That's what the ick is. So let's say you were to wear those bad shorts I don't like they used to wear in Alberta. That's the ick. And you guys, okay, so we're talking long shorts that go down to here that are oversized and they're plaid, like brown, green, and white. And then he overfills his pockets with a phone, you know, back then a pack of smokes, keys. I don't know. He packs in a freaking, I don't know what you had in those pockets. It was just like overflowing. And then I'm like, ugh. And so he's packing for Quebec and he's like, do I bring these? I said, you're fucking staying. Keep those home. That's the ick for me, those shorts. I'd love to get a picture of you in those shorts and ask Santiago to place it right here. Can we do that? Okay, let's do that. All right. Before we, I guess you can put we can talk about the sponsor. We got a comment today. And the guy goes, oh, Pat, you've completely sold out and lost the plot. Like you're I don't remember what it was. I can go find it, but it was like somebody was upset that Pat had a sponsor. He's like, you're completely off with this and this and that. Pat didn't respond, but I had a response. And my response is, Pat's been giving away free research and content for 10 years now. And now he's giving away content and research for free still. But somebody is paying him to put out that content for you for free. What's the problem? Are you guys mad that Pat's no longer fat and poor and in his house being mad at everybody, at the government, and just being at home and rah, 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 and you want to be fat and poor and rah, rah, rah too with him? Yeah. Or are you going to let him get his life together, get healthier, be in love, get paid for his work, get a sponsorship with who has the same... they're aligned with our beliefs, guys. Like, this company doesn't give a about the controversy that is behind Pat King. They're all for it. So wouldn't you applaud a company that doesn't shy away from supporting our freedom and all that? Why are you shitting on a man who's getting paid for work? Like, we're actually paying for our bills. So
And that's exactly it. I think I've earned the right to at least do something that will benefit us and still be able to bring the content out, but still be able to have the means to survive off of it.
You're doing the same job and the people are still getting it for free.
100%.
Whether we ask you to go on YouTube or Spotify or Facebook, it's free. What are you complaining about? Anyway,
so
can I say one more thing about sponsors?
Yeah.
Yesterday, Pat and I went on a bike. This pissed me off. We go put gas, and there's a sign on the corner store supermarket that says, how to get a great back to school. And it was an ad on the sales of beer. So you're implying that parents need to drink to survive back to school, and you're
Right.
promoting alcohol.
Right.
So are you going to get mad at somebody who has a sponsorship about Jack Daniels and promoting drinking and alcoholism, and you're going to get mad at them? No, like they're getting paid and that's it. But this sign was saying, parents, here, have a drink, buy a 24 case of beer, because school is hard or whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas us, we're just like, hey, if you want, here's the website, here's the code, that's it. It's not the same, I find, and it's not pushing
I don't think it's
it.
the same at all either.
Right.
But when you say those kind of comments, I didn't even plan for this, but last night we were talking, and I showed you something with regards to a good metaphor, and I kind of want to read it to the people out there. And I think it's important, because I hope the audience can understand what this is saying when I read it to you, and understand that it's exactly what I've been doing. And subconsciously, I had no idea, but it says, the crow and the eagle. The crow is the only bird bold enough to attack the eagle, sit on the eagle's back, and peck at its neck. Relentlessly annoying, but the eagle will still stay calm. The eagle doesn't flap, doesn't fight, doesn't waste energy. It does one thing. It rises. It continues to rise higher and higher as the eagle soars, and the thinner the air becomes, the crow, it can't handle the altitude. Eventually, the crow gasps, loses strength, and falls off, not because the eagle attacked it, but because the eagle ascended. Let the crows talk. Let them peck. You don't have to respond. Just keep going higher. They can't follow you forever. Your growth will suffocate their noise. So don't engage, elevate.
I love that.
It was awesome to hear that, because it's exactly what I've been doing. And since day one of getting rid of the issues that I had, that's all we've been doing. Mm-hmm. And the crows are pecking.
It's been getting better and better.
Getting better and better. We're moving forward and higher. We're excelling. We're getting sponsors, right? Like that makes everything that we've worked hard for, like the fruits of your labor.
Our relationship, for one,
our
too.
relationship is
like
another.
It progressed and we got to the goal that we wanted.
Yep.
Your job, everything got to the goal that you wanted, getting paid for your content. That is every podcaster's dream.
Yes.
So if, you're going to shy away from a sponsor because, Steven here is angry. No. Suck it up, Steven.
Yeah. 100%. You think people, and that's the miserableness in the world where I feel like our relationship conversations can actually, hopefully the goal is to benefit people and help them see it from kind of a coming from a chaos point of view.
What do you mean?
Like our relationship, how people, hopefully with our discussions on the relationships, will show people that coming out of a chaos situation, that it can show you that there is light at the end of that tunnel. And then when we get into topics and conversations that we deal with, because everybody's seen our relationship. It is something that is pretty wide open. In fact, they've gone and made spoof accounts of us because they feel that they're going to try and destroy us somehow. You know, like this is how silly it's got. They're probably going to cut and edit this and say, oh,
They're talking about me. I'm
yeah,
so valid.
Exactly. So that's where I'm getting at. And I know another close personal friend, you know, going through some of these situations as well. A new relationship, coming out of the chaos,
Tell
through, coming through, you know, and dealing with their situations. And as much as our life is online, I like to keep some of it offline. Because I'll tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're not perfect. We argued, right?
What do you mean argued? We argue.
Yeah, we've had one. In fact, last night was one. The day before was one. You know,
the last 2 weeks were rough.
They have been. Yeah,
they have been, and I didn't used to have somebody that was I'm not going to call you confrontational. That's not what you are. It's you stand up more for, like, you know, you're a Leo like me.
Ground.
You stand your ground. You're not complacent. I feel like before I was with somebody who was just like meh, right? So I would get my way and I would, you know, yeah. You didn't know this? I didn't tell.
Interesting. We're learning something new tonight, guys.
So with us, it makes sense, eh? So with us, it's like, just for example, we were shopping for something and I'm like, I want this and I think this is good. And he's like, no, I don't think this is good. And then I'm looking at something else and I go, I think this is good. He goes, I don't think so. I'm like, bro, you keep, you know, you like, you're not, you know, you keep arguing about all the things I'm pointing out. And he's like, because I think I'm right about this. And I'm like, but I'm not used to not getting my own way. So anyway, it has been difficult. And we had a talk yesterday. He's like, babe, we're so compatible. He says, we're so good, but like, I just moved across the country for you. We've lived together for 6-7 weeks.
Not even.
Can you just understand that it takes time for people to adjust and it doesn't come on a silver platter and it's not super easy and it's supposed to be like the Bachelorette episodes, you know? And that's something that I brought up before too, because when we first started dating, the Bachelorette episode, I felt like I was on an episode of the Bachelorette. This guy is like, my dream is to go on a biplane, and then we go on a biplane ride. I'm legit in the sky, FaceTiming my mom with this man I'm in love with, and I'm like, I'm on a freaking biplane, and then we're scootering down in the city and just romance, lots and lots of romance. And then now it's more real life. And I'm like, where's my romance? And he goes, baby, now I'm going to show you my love in different ways. And I'm being serviable and showing you how I support you and how I'm here for you and this and that. So I'm adjusting to that too, because I was on this big high of like this huge romance. And
we both were.
I heard that people on The Bachelorette and The Bachelor kind of hit that low too, because they're forced into all of these beautiful dates and then they go back to real life. And
I could never do something like that.
And then you have to feed the dog and go to work and it's like, ugh.
Yeah, exactly. So now you're into the working mode. Now we see each other 24 hours a day. Ladies and gentlemen, we can both agree on both sides of the fence. We can both be annoying. We can both have things.
I'm annoying.
We both get not. I mean, men and women.
Oh, I thought you were talking.
No, sorry, that came out. But I mean, men and women in a relationship can both be annoying.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to always be happy-go-lucky bachelorette kind of everyday relationship.
Because when we were in long distance, if we knew we were going to be together for 4 days, those 4 days were planned.
We're full of stuff.
And full of stuff and romance and lots of affection.
Yes.
And so now I have a friend who was telling me, Sophie, her name is Vanessa. So she goes, when I was in a long distance relationship with my boyfriend, we kind of hit a little roommate slump because once we started living together, hey, where's my romance? There was lots of sex. There was lots of affection when they saw each other, and then they would separate. And then it was all about missing him. And I miss you. I can't wait to touch you.
Familiar.
Right? And then you meet again and it's like, and then you live together. It's like, okay, what's on TV? Did you feed the dog? Did you do the laundry? And it's like, wah, 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 wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. So that's where we are now. So I'm looking for those little pockets of love and romance, and I don't want to lose that. And we're good at that. Like we do the sex.
Do you know about the 777 rule?
I know about the 7-year itch.
No, the 777 rule is every 7 days you go on a date.
Oh.
Every 7 months, every 7 months you go on a weekend away, get a hotel.
Okay.
And you have a big like a weekend thing together every 7 months, and I forget what the other 7 is.
Well, it's 7 years, I assume.
Yeah, I think in maybe 7 years you do a very extravagant trip. Mm-hmm. But it's I'd have to Google it, but it's 777. But every 7 days you go on a date. Every 7 months you go on a weekend excursion with each other.
7 years seems a bit long to go on to go on
something-
vacation.
I think it's something else, but I heard it. Actually, Jordan Peterson. We both hit the same algorithm on our socials the other day, and
It was
and
last
Jordan
night
is
after
doing
a fight.
Jordan is doing a thing on how to keep the romance and relationship alive in your life, and he brought up a huge point. And if you don't practice it, you're not going to be good at it. Mm-hmm. So you have to continuously be practicing.
What he was saying is, like, if you're together for 20 years as a man, you have to remember what it was like to care for your woman 20 years ago and not get into that mundane lifestyle where you don't continuously practice loving on your woman. Mm-hmm. And I watched it, and we were kind of like we weren't ignoring each other, but we weren't very lovey-dovey last night. We were kind of just like, meh, living next to each other, but like both doing our own thing. So I'm watching the video and I just skip it. You know, I didn't feel like talking. And then he gets it on his algorithm. He goes, look what just came up on my thing. But I don't know, like, for him, it's not an issue. He doesn't stop loving on me. It was just funny about the whole relationship stuff, and we were
so
in it.
leading into that. That gets me into my second talking point that I wanted to talk about. How do you overcome issues in a relationship? When you have issues, how do you get through them?
These are too broad. Your topics are so broad. Communication and how do you overcome issues? Give me more juice. Like, what do you mean?
Okay, you got an issue.
What's the issue?
Who cares? Whatever it is. Maybe, it's something you're not happy with. Okay. All right. You have an issue. How do you get through it?
I don't know, babe. I don't know. This question
is bothering you. Broad. It's bothering you. Do you forget it? Do you just not address it? Do you let it slide? Or do you hit the nail on the head immediately when the issue arises?
Okay, I have rules about this. I have something that I repeat in yoga in my classes a lot is if it won't matter in 5 years, it doesn't matter right now. I like to repeat that always. And that it goes into my second point where you pick your battles. So you got to pick your battles. Something that I'm struggling with right now is I want to have a shared household where I'm no longer responsible for everything in the house. And it's all on me, and that I feel overwhelmed sometimes. And I don't like also, and I don't know if ladies, you agree with this. Let's say you both work, and then on the weekends, you're working on the house, but your man is playing video games, or he's on the phone, he's outside, he's chilling, and you're like busting your ass, okay? So I want to avoid that in my relationship with Pat. And so right off the bat, I kind of became a little bit of a like military when he moved in. I'm like, this is our role. These are our jobs. This is what I expect out of you. And this is, So that was the issue that we had a little bit, is that Pat's like, I feel like I'm doing everything that you need me to do, and I've been doing it. So I still feel like I'm doing something wrong, right? Are you kind of getting
not enough
or not enough, It's just that I'm so scared of falling into another type of relationship where I feel like I'm doing most of everything, and that I'm kind of, used in a way. So to answer your question, how do I get over it? I have to keep talking to myself that if it won't matter in 5 years, it won't matter today. But something like that, what we've been discussing, it will matter in 5 years. So that's how I deal with it. If it's something small, I brush it off. I put it there. If it's something that I feel will matter in 5 years, I will bring it up.
So at least I got 5 years then. Well, that's good, guys. At least I got a good 5 years.
No, that's not what that means.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
If it's still going to be an issue in 5 years.
No, it just means she's keeping me around for 5 years. Oh. That's what I'm saying. Because we work out our differences and stuff. What I'm saying is how you deal with issues. Let's say the car got smashed. Okay. no matter whose fault it is. Okay, let's say it was your fault or
Yeah.
or the other person's fault. Major issue, right? Somebody's hurt. Somebody's, now we're out of a car. We're out. We got no wheels. Pretty stressful situation.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that issue? Like, we're just using a car accident for an example. Could be any kind of it. Do you get, oh, poor me, this is bullshit, I can't do this? And
One thing that I don't do in a relationship is I never point blame. I never get mad at an accident. I never get mad at something, I won't be like, if it wasn't for you, like we'd still have a car right now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not
what
like
saying.
that.
Because a lot of issues in a relationship sometimes tend to be something like that.
Really?
The issue is like a car accident, right? And I'm not saying, I'm using car accident as a metaphor. They treat it like a car accident. Okay, so say a perfect example, the dishes. Okay, let's just say
I love his little smirk because we had a discussion.
It was treated like a car accident.
What do you mean?
It was, like let's say
Guys, I'm already sweating. What?
somebody didn't do the dishes, all right, and then it was the reaction type is like you just got into an accident. Like, holy shit, this is
I
wrecked.
see what you're
That's
saying.
what I'm saying. The analogy of a car accident.
Can we talk about the dishes? I just want to get the...
Yeah, whatever. It's ours. Let's go.
Okay, so guys, ladies and gentlemen, when you finish...
I found out I did the dishes wrong.
that's another one.
40 years I didn't know I was
another
doing
one.
dishes wrong.
Listen up. So you feed your family, and then you've been, schwitzing and sweating and making this beautiful meal. My rule is the kids and the man put away the stuff. And if he cooked, then I put away the stuff. I find that that's a fair thing in a relationship. Now, I like to go to bed with a clean house, and that I wake up and my kitchen's clean and I could have my coffee like cozy, cozy. Now, he thinks, no, at night I want to relax and I'll do the dishes in the morning when I have energy and I wake up and I'm all, wide-eyed having a coffee and doing the dishes. You guys, I had to... See, he said, what do you do in a conflict? Does that matter in 5 years? No. Choose your battles. I said, okay, I'll let him do the dishes in the morning. Fuck. That kind of, you know what I mean? Like, it still bothers me. I get the chills, I swear, because I have control issues when it comes to like my household and stuff and how I like things to be. But because I love the man and I don't want to be a complete bitch and controlling, the guy's doing dishes. Girls, start to,
My
concede
thought
a little
process on that, though, is this. Like you said, you both worked all day, come home, slave over a stove. The dishes are there. My firm belief is if we have children, the kids do them. That's how I grew up. The kids do the dishes.
Yeah.
I hated it as a kid, don't get me wrong, but hey, it got me money to go to the store to get candy if I wanted to. Okay, so the sacrifices were made. Now, what my issue is when the dishes are there. We just enjoyed a beautiful meal together. I'm stuffed. Okay, I'm full. I do not want to stand over a sink doing the dishes. We don't have a dishwasher, by the way.
Guys, can you put in the comments, please? How do you do it? Clean kitchen at night? Candle on kitchen closed.
Now, there is that routine, right?
Or dishes in the morning. Write it in the comments.
Nobody does dishes in the morning. I do. That's how I don't know if nobody does. That's how I do.
Let's see what they say.
But you've witnessed even when we're at home and we were online together. I'd be up in the morning and I'd be doing my dishes at the sink with you on FaceTime while I'm doing my morning stuff. Right? So to me, I'm full. I don't want to be hovering over dishes. I want to go sit down, relax, and talk about our day and carry on with the rest of the day. The kids should be doing the dishes in my mind. That's how I feel. I'm not saying that's how it works with us.
Because I'm controlling, I know it won't be done properly. So it's like it's a never-ending battle.
The first sign is admission. We heard it here.
Where's my token, you guys? Day one.
You need your 30 days. She just made 24 hours.
Oh shoot.
But yeah, but at the same time, even if it was just us, okay, let's throw the kids out of the equation. If it's just us, I believe that after a good meal, you worked all day. Well, not right now, but say I worked all day. I'm not working yet, but I am. at the same time, I don't want to be hovering over a sink full of dishes. I'd rather sit down, see how your day went, chill out, watch a show.
Look, it is what it is.
Maybe have the Al Bundy nap, with your hand after a good meal. Like that's kind of,
bro. I don't know. I like a clean kitchen and a candle lit on a clean counter.
Candle lit even, right?
It's called candle lit kitchen closed. So the kitchen's closed. No more cooking. Don't you dirty my kitchen, you little twerp. Type of thing, right? And the candle's on and the kitchen smells nice, and then you could go to bed like,
And that's why I always refer to us as the Beauty and the Beast relationship. I'm not like that. I could care less. I don't need a candle lit. I don't need a clean, spotless kitchen. Kitchen is where a lot of work gets done. It doesn't need to be spotless, like to the T. But I understand people's meticulous efforts to try and always keep things in some kind of structure.
I try to be cooler about those things.
I know, and that's
you
why
see my effort though.
I always see your effort. I see your effort all the time.
Because I come from a military type of household and then a military type of marriage where if it didn't smell like pine sol when the mine walked in the room, there would be a bad mood to deal with.
I could care less.
I know, but I still have that in me where I like the smell of pine sol. So I'm like, babe, it's that day. We clean once a week. The floors, whatever. Anyway, I have my third question.
Okay, but like I said, I just to end on that note, to land the plane on this, is the compromise has to be there. And we have compromised to the point where she's like, but she'll do it.
Do them in the morning.
But understand that we're two totally different people, lived in a totally different realm of life. Mine was a lot more harder, I'm going to say. You had it very comfortable, I'm going to say. You have. And mine is I've learned to not sweat the small things.
It's funny because before I go, okay, I'm looking at the time because I know. Okay, yeah, the time is okay. But like he says, a lot harder and a lot more comfortable. I had that very like picture perfect type of growing up where I had the nicest house on the street. I had the beautiful fit mother and I had a beautiful, father figure in the house, but we had all these beautiful things and vacations, country home, 4-wheeler, you name it, I had it. And they're like, wow, so classy. But the moneymaker in the household was the strip joint. Like my family business was strippers. And that's kind of funny because that's like more ghetto. Like that's not the classy, thing that you'd think when you would look at what, let's say we were growing up and you saw me and you'd be like, oh my God, like so prim and proper in the house and this is so clean and they have like the perfect family, but like strippers, it's kind of funny.
There's a business in it.
It was a business. Exactly. It's just the family business being strippers. I remember, I just remembered I was judged by Stephanie Scalera's mother. I went to her house and I met the parents and we were in high school then. And she asked me what my parents did for a living. Like, well, my mom's a stay-at-home mom. She doesn't have to work and my dad owns a strip joint. And she told Stephanie, you can no longer talk to that girl. She's a bad influence.
Oh.
Wow, memory unlocked. Yeah, so I got some judgment for that growing up. I was never told lie or say something different, like he's an accountant. All right?
Yeah.
Okay, so can I talk about my third thing
Absolutely,
now?
Let's go.
Something came up this week.
Uh-oh.
And I used to say, oh, this is a great rule. It's perfect for relationships. I don't agree with it. And it is never go to bed angry. Do you agree? Do you disagree?
No.
You don't? I don't either.
If I'm pissed, I'm pissed.
Thank you. And then after that, if you're pissed and you're like, oh, but the rule though, never go to bed angry or else my marriage will suffer. So you're going to go up and say, okay, babe, can we put it aside? And then you're the one who's, begging for forgiveness when you're not in the wrong. And
no, exactly. Yeah. And I've heard that so many times. And I am not going to push my disagreement or my concerns that are important to me. I'm not pushing them to the side just because of this unwritten rule. Well, you can't go to bed angry.
Do you guys agree with that? Like, I think that it's good. Like, I don't mind going to bed angry. Like yesterday, we were still not completely made up. We had spoken, we had given each other a kiss and a hug, but we were still kind of not in the mood. Like, I'm not going to go make out with you right now. I'm tired. I'm emotionally drained. And
I knew that she needed her space.
Yeah.
And being that she had to work today and all that stuff. So I was like, I'm just going to go on the couch, And guess what? I think it was the best thing I did, because when I walked into the room last night, she was starfished across the bed and looked so comfortable.
It was 9:30 p.m. when I fell asleep, and I
Yeah.
woke up this morning when my alarm rang for work at 7:30, and I had 10 hours of beautiful sleep. If we would have discussed everything last night to
Up
not
till
go
like
to
3
bed
in the morning.
angry, we'd be moodier today because we'd be so tired.
Yeah.
So this morning I got back from work. He was doing dishes because it was the morning. He's doing dishes, and I smelled. I said, "Hello, my love," and everything's like better.
Yep.
Just sometimes time, space
Yeah.
is better than having to deal with everything and exhausting conversations before bed.
Yep.
So we
And I agree with that. So
Okay, cool.
as much as everybody wants to believe these picture perfect scenarios that these relationship doctors or experts are going to tell you, I don't agree with a lot of them. I agree with a majority of them, but not a lot of them. And that's one of the ones I don't, because
I love that.
I'm not, like, I was still pissed off. Like, I'd rather go sit on the couch and, but once again, like you said, get up, do my routine in the morning. Get up, I have my 2 coffees, I check my emails, I check the Facebook, I check all my messages, I respond, I get that out of the way, and then I go in and carry on my day. So I'll go in and I'll make the bed, and I'll go in and throw a load of laundry in the washing machine. Then I'll walk over to the sink and do the dishes. That's my routine. Mm-hmm. But, some people, it's an odd routine. I'm not going to doubt it. I'm not going to doubt that not everybody does their dishes in the morning, but
Babe, can you not bring me for pupusas before we film with these tight jeans on? I feel like I'm going to burst, you guys. So there's this delicious, like, Montreal. I mean, it is a worldly,
I have to
worldly
give it
city.
to Montreal, the culinary expertise in this city. Wow.
So we want to go to El Salvador as a trip, our first trip together. We still haven't, money's been an issue with Pat and I I'm separated and I'm trying to make ends meet, and so is Pat, whatever. We have a dream of going to El Salvador. It's a beautiful city, and they crack the whip there, you guys. Like crime is down. It's clean. It's beautiful. And it's cheaper than if we would decide to go to Costa Rica or something like that. So we decided, hey, let's go to El Salvador. But anyways, the food is fabulous, and I love pupusas. And one thing is, if you go to, this area where we're in kind of right now, there's a pupusa shop on every corner. Mm-hmm. And they are delicious. Look them up, you guys. It's fantastic. And we just went, and I had 2, and it's filled with cabbage and cheese and pork. And
pork.
I'm bloated.
Yeah, it's good, great food.
So you like the food in Montreal? You're happy with
I haven't had a complaint yet.
Right?
Yeah, I don't even think there's one place I've ate here that I didn't like.
Wow, that's saying something.
And I'm really struggling to hear really struggling to think of something that I didn't enjoy.
I know that I have high standards.
I'm sorry, Quebecers, you're gonna hate me. I did not like Dick Ann's burgers.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah, I did not like Dick Ann's. That's my own point of view. The saucy gravy style burger is not my thing, and it's like wafer thin, like paper thin burger.
Santiago, we need a picture of Dick Ann's right here just to show a plate of what the burger looks like. It's sloppy. It has fresh onions on top of the sauce, like not even inside the burger. And then they don't even give you a fork and knife. You got to pick it up like a sloppy Joe, but it's sloppy.
That was the one thing that I didn't understand the hype about it. But hey, Dick Ann's, I know it is good, but it's not my style. Okay, so before we get any attacks from the Quebecers coming at me and saying, how dare you, that's our staple place, that's a very
Imagine
traditional.
they wanted to sponsor us and you just back off.
Yeah, can you
imagine that. Sorry, guys.
That's karma. I'm forced to eat it 100%. I really love this conversations that we get to have these and show people. A lot of people say Pat sold out. A lot of people saying, Pat, you abandoned Alberta. In fact, when I hear those topics, or hear those comments, ladies and gentlemen, you're only driving me harder to show you why I came out here. Quebec needs a lot more Alberta in it. But guess what I'm finding out while I'm here? Quebec is exactly like Alberta. You can learn some things from these people. And I really think that being here, being immersed in the culture, understanding the heritage, understanding everything that it is, this is a place that is an icon or a beacon for Canadians to see what Canada is about. You would really notice that. There's your restaurants, very family oriented.
Oh,
Very family
we were just
run.
talking about
family driven. We just saw where they brought their own little child. He's in the restaurant and he's helping mom and dad in the very family oriented. And we don't see that very much in the rest of
While
Canada
we were
these
eating
days.
pupusas just now, I told Pat, I said, this is what, like, I hate that malls have all these chains. They'll have Thai Express, they'll have A&W and blah, blah, blah. Wouldn't it be great if, like, there were these authentic style foods that is healthy? Because I don't care what you say. We could have just had cornbread filled with cheese and pork, but it's healthy.
Yeah.
It's not manufactured, frozen.
It's all made right there.
It's made in place by probably an old El Salvadorian grandmother. That is real food, you know?
But that's where I was landing the plane on that one is that is why I'm here. Also, with our relationship, it's very culturally based here in our relationship. We still believe in the cultural relationship value, goals, and aspirations in a relationship.
Even if we're divorced, we still want.
That's kind of where I was going with that, is the fact that you can learn a lot here, as I am with you in our relationship. It's nice to get back to a normal, somewhat normal, culturally valued relationship where we respect both people's positions in the household. We respect both people's voices in the relationship. We hear each other. We don't go and come back to the very beginning of this episode, throw away relationships. Ladies and gentlemen, you wonder why your relationships aren't working? Get the hell off Tinder. Get the hell off Bumble. Go out and meet people the regular way. These devices are kept in order to destroy any thought process you could have.
Let's be clear. If you're in a relationship, you're not on Tinder or Bumble. So
I mean, for the people that are out there looking for relationships.
Oh, okay.
Right? Get
but
off
if
those.
you're in a relationship, what do you suggest that you do in terms of social media? Because you and I are very, very...
Social media needs to be an open book on both sides.
Yeah.
You can't hide your social media from your partner. First and foremost, you're suspicious. If you're hiding your social media from your partner, that's red flag.
In my situation, the way that I deal with it, because we're very social and we're on all socials. If I see a guy like that I would normally find attractive, I do not look, I do not follow, I do not comment, I skip. Like, I don't even want to get that. You know what I'm talking about? That what's the word I'm looking for? Like, that connection, that social media easy, right? So when you're looking at your men's socials and you see that he's liking bikini pics and he goes, it's just a girl on the internet. No, it isn't, because everyone's accessible. Hello, I'm with you now. And you were not the person that I would figure would be accessible, right? Everyone's accessible, no matter how many followers they have or...
True.
Right? True. So when I'm on my socials and I'm scrolling, if I see somebody good looking, I usually will, scroll on by. And also the way that I portray myself on socials is never in a sexual or in a sexually inviting way. Because you could be sexually inviting and still be covered up.
Right.
You can be flirtatious and give the eye of the pig. As something we say in Quebec here, the eye of the pig, like, hey, hi, So I always portray myself, I'm not available.
Right.
If you are noticing that your partner is portraying themselves in a way that is available, selfies, shirtless gym selfies, I believe that is somebody who is looking to get...
Pictures without you.
Yep. Yeah, those are people that are out there fishing. I can say this through experience, through friends, through things that I've seen. Those are people that are cheating. I see it's something that I've experienced. I'm going to say it like that. I see it. I see the patterns. Just be wary of that.
You know what I do, ladies and gentlemen, is when I do get the DMs, I like, honey, look at this one. This one's telling me, hello, handsome. You look so attractive. We actually laugh about them. So ladies, stay out of my DMs because she reads them all. You're busted. Well, I want to say once again, great show. Great topic.
Are we done already?
We are done
I could talk
already.
to you all day, my love.
Well, we do talk to each other all day.
I mean, like, man, I like this.
Yeah, it's a good one. I really do. Ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section of this episode, please help us. You guys want to talk about certain topics? We're going to randomly grab a comment and on the next episode, maybe a couple, 2, 3.
Whenever something's good, I want to bring it up. Like
Yeah.
if it's going to bring content and give ideas, sure.
Absolutely. So once again, feel free to comment, share, like, subscribe. Don't forget, guys, I know some people don't make it to the end of these episodes. Don't forget to go onto my Facebook page.
It won't be released by then. It'll be released later.
Oh, it very well could be.
Yeah,
okay, never mind. Don't forget, Numbers Game, PlayNumbersGame.com. Use my promo code PATKING and go have yourself a lot of fun. Babe, thank you so much.
Love you.
Love you.
See you guys next time. Bye.
Take care, guys.